Well, hello. Welcome to day 8 of the Volunteer Recruiting Challenge, where I'm attempting to recruit 50 volunteers over the course of the next 90 days. My name is Kenny Conley. I'm the Next Gen pastor at the Ridge Community Church in Blue Ridge, Georgia. And we're officially starting week 2 of this challenge, and I'm excited because 1 week from yesterday, we're hosting our very first volunteer orientation. So this week is dedicated to the infamous volunteer orientation. I've got a lot of work to do on our volunteer orientation. So this week, every day, we're gonna be talking volunteer orientation, volunteer orientation, volunteer orientation. I'm gonna show you what I do. I'm going to be working on a little bit of it every day to keep you posted, because I believe this is the powerhouse. This is the machine, the engine that drives volunteer recruiting. It's just kind of my personal opinion here. And so let me tell you a little bit about what I'm working on today and some of my thoughts about the process that we built. So volunteer orientation, it is an event that happens during one of your services on Sunday, or if you have Saturday night services on Saturday or Sunday. And it's I do it that way because I want people to see ministry in action, if at all possible. Sometimes it's hard to do because if you have a youth program on Wednesday night and you're running your orientations on Sunday, you can't do it in person. You got to get creative around that. But I like to do it so people can see it in action. I also like to do it during a service because if they have young kids, their kids can be in the program, so they got built-in childcare happening there. And so I'm setting up registration for an event. So we use Planning Center online at our church. At previous churches, we use The Rock, we use Church Community Builder, we use Fellowship One, we use all whatever it is that you use, set it up like an event, just a regular event, and where they can register. And I usually like to just make it really simple, where it's one registration event that never expires. It's always alive, and we just change out the options of what weeks we're offering the event. And I like to go, 3 to 5 volunteer orientations deep. I like to where there's never an excuse. Like somebody can look at their calendar and say, I can't make this weekend, but I can make it in 2 weekends, or in 4 weekends, or in 6 weekends. I've been even known to say, undecided, or none of these dates work for me. So at least I get them to say something or to pick something. But usually having 3 to 4 dates out is the win. I also sometimes will provide an opportunity where they can identify who they are. Because here's the deal. Sometimes a parent of a junior leader, like a 5th grader or 4th grader, or a parent of a 7th grader wants to come to the orientation with them, which I typically encourage. If you're in middle school or lower, parent needs to come with you. And so I want to have a place where even the parent can sign up. So they can actually, in the selection, they can identify, I am a junior leader attending the volunteer orientation, or I am the parent of a junior leader or of a middle schooler attending the event. So I kind of create those options, but really I don't need a lot of information. I mean, typically your registration software asks the right questions. They can pick multiple weeks out, because again, I need to capture their interest. So I just make it super easy. I don't ask hardly any questions. I just want to know when they're planning on coming. And sometimes I even tell people, they're like, well, I don't know when I can come. And I'll just tell them, just pick something and we'll email you. And if it changes, you let us know. So that's the kind of the big part. Now, let me talk about frequency. I think frequency matters a lot. I have found in over a decade of doing this, 1 time a month is not enough. It's too often that stuff comes up. People get sick, people go out of town, people have to travel, people forget. And so if you only do it once a month, man, you gotta wait a month to come around before you can get them into orientation again. That's just too long. I need more volunteers than that. I need them quicker than that. And so I found that by offering it twice a month, you get more people. It's busier. People are, overall, and I've ran the numbers and everything, and I found that I process more people total when I do it twice a month than I do once a month. So I say do it twice a month. I was at a church in California where I actually did them every week. And I actually did one on Saturday night and on Sunday. So I did 2 a weekend every week. And at that church in 18 months, we recruited 400 volunteers. So I'm not suggesting that you go weekly. but I would encourage, do it more than once a month. Even if 1 or 2 people show up, no big deal. The last thing I'm gonna recommend is I prefer to stick to a schedule that's easy to communicate. I can put it on signage, I can put it in emails, I can put it wherever. Second and fourth Sunday. I love second and fourth Sunday. One of the reasons why I like that is there's too many things happen on the first Sunday of the month. You got Labor Day, Memorial Day, you got back to school. I don't know, it feels to me that too many things happen on the first Sunday of the month. And so I like this second and fourth Sunday. So that's just what I like to do. So that's what I think about volunteer orientation. So I'm in the process this week. Go to ministryboost.org/90 and you can look at a screenshot of my registration. So if you want to know, how the donuts are made, exactly how we do it, go ahead and visit there. And hey, tomorrow we're going to talk a little bit more about some other aspects of the volunteer orientation as we prepare for our first volunteer orientation coming up this Sunday.